Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back. This video is gonna be quite interesting because I've actually made a deck list to consistently summon the Chaos Boy, which everyone absolutely loves. Our only negate. This deck is actually quite competitive, so it's like the I guess typical uh, hero deck, but with some like alterations where you can summon this more consistently and it's actually way better than I thought it would be. So let me show you how we're gonna do that. So this is a replay which I've recorded. Okay, so it was like right under our noses this entire time. The way we summon Contrast Hero Chaos only required two cards. Like I actually just two cards. We just needed Blazeman and the second Polymerization. That's all you need. Because if you think about it, the way we play hero is we go into Wonder Driver to recycle the polymerization. Uh, so if we don't recycle polymerization and recycle the mask change instead, then we can have double Dark Claw quite consistently because we are not needing to recycle polymerization, which means running Ecall just to get that Blazeman is actually very, very good. And just like a hero lives is good enough, I'm also playing End Shuffle with this deck. I'll show you the deck list right after. But for now, let's continue this. So I activate Equal to search for the Blazeman. And then you go into Stratos here and just search Ferris, go full combo with Ferris. Obviously, if you want to summon the Blazeman first. Okay, so this is interesting because we had End Shuffle as well, which means that we can go like full combo. Uh, we can go into Spirit of Neos here to grab Protection of the Elements. And this is going to be actually, it has a really good interaction with the Contrast Hero Chaos. It's going to be very, very good. I'll show you what happens with the Protection of the Elements once we summon him. So now that we actually summoned, this is the reason I played Spirit of Neos, because not only does it grab the Protection of the Elements, it can also grab the Polymerization that you need instead of Blazeman if you can't summon him. If something happens to the Blazeman, I guess. And it also summons the Neos, so you get more value off of summoning the Spirit of Neos than the Blazeman here to grab Poly. Because if you already have double Poly, you can grab Protection of the Elements, and you can go into Neos, saving you a body on the field from going into Infernal Devicer. So this is very, very good. Our hand here is quite insane, and I specifically chose this replay as the first one, so I can show you what full combo looks like. Yeah, just Vision Hero combos. Okay, here, very important. Go into Cross Guy first. If you go into, even if we didn't have the Neos, if you go into this guy first, he's gonna lock you out of going into the Crusader. Well, not lock you out, but he can't be used as material to go into Crusader because he's a fiend, and Crusader requires 2 warrior monsters, which means we're gonna have a really tough time going into the Wonder Driver, or at least leaving him at the board at the end, because we need to go into Cross Guy to search, but we can't do that. So it's gonna be quite awkward if you go into this guy first. So always go Crusader first, and then the Infernal Devicer, and then leave the Wonder Driver for last. Okay, so we are going to go into Cross Guy. So here we already have Denier and Grave. We already have Malicious. We're probably just going to be going for the... Usually you'd search Denier here if you didn't have him. But because we're not going to be using Shadow Mist, we just go for the Dark Angel here. And this is important that you go into Dark Angel using the Cross Guy after doing this combo, because we are not going to be searching again. This is going to be our last search. We're not going to be going for Stratos with the Wake Up Your Elemental Hero pop, because we're going to be going for the Shadow Mist to grab Mask Change. And we're not going to be searching with Shadow Mist either, because we can only activate one effect. Very important, go into Dark Angel here. Okay, and now you go into the Wonder Driver. We didn't need to go into Infernal Divisor, usually you'd go Cross Guy, like I said, and then Infernal Divisor, it's searching for the Neos, and then you'd go into this guy, and then you'd use the polymerization with the Neos that you just searched. But we already have Neos because of the Spirit of Neos, so we can just straight up go into the Infernal Rage. Grabbing Favorite Contact is essential for this combo, so you do need to go into Infernal Rage for this. And then we already had Miracle Fusion, kind of a waste, but that's fine. Okay, make sure you do not. I did activate End Shuffle here, and I'll show you why I did that. But make sure you don't summon anything under the Wonder Driver. If you do that, the entire combo is just gonna. You're just not gonna be able to go full combo with this. You're gonna mess up the combo. So just make sure you summon around it. We're saving this to recycle the double mask change. Okay, now typical combos, go into Wake Up, pop the Wake Up. Now summon Shadow Mist. Grab the mask change here. Okay, perfect. And then you activate mask change. You have to activate it on this turn. Do not save the mask change for next turn. Because we do need to recycle it. So you activate mask change, targeting the Shadow Mist. Summon it right under the Wonder Driver. Don't mess this up. Recycle the mask change, and now the reason I activated the End Shuffle, okay, we can Dark Angel here as well. Okay, the reason I activated the End Shuffle here, because we can get an extra +1, and even though we shuffled the Neos back, first of all, we're not going to be using Neos to go into Shiny Neos Wingman, but just in case, this is obviously just a combo tutorial here, but in an actual game, you might need to go into Shining Neos Wingman instead of the Contrast Hero. So how are we going to get the Neos again? We're going to go into the Infernal Divisor that we actually never used, using these two. And why is this so good? Not only are we going to grab the Neos, but we can also mask change it into another Dark Claw. So that's absolutely perfect here. Alright, now we can go either Shining Neos Wingman, or we can go into the Contrast Hero Chaos. Obviously, I did just go straight into the Chaos here. This is just to show the combo, but ideally what you would do is you would first just keep the Dark Claw here, and you'd see what the opponent does. Bait them into the battle phase, so that they can try swinging over the Infernal Divisor, and then you'd activate Mask Change, go into the second Dark Claw, and you have DPE on the field as well. And you have Protection of the Elements, which we are going to be saving. So you'll have double Dark Claw and Phoenix Enforcer, and they have Dark Angel on the field. They can't get rid of the Dark Angel. But the reason we don't activate this right away is because we want to make the most value out of the Dark Claws that we have. Even if they Lava Golem, okay, this is actually what you're trying to bait for. If they Lava Golem your double Dark Claw, you can then activate the Favorite Contact to go into the Contrast Hero Chaos. So it's a lose-lose situation for them. So do you understand now why I said this is actually way better than I thought it would be? It's because you already have like your normal board, maybe even better, because you have double Dark Claw and the Protection of the Elements. So you just get so much value out of doing this. Like people already have a really hard time outing the Dark Claw, and you have double Dark Claw, and you can even if they get rid of them, you can Favorite Contact. It's really tough for anyone to beat this board. So I do actually just go right away. So this is why I activated Favorite Contact, chained the Mask Change, so I can get double Dark Claw, and then I can shuffle them back to go into the Contrast Hero Chaos here. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting. The reason I said Protection of the Elements is good here, because Contrast Hero Chaos says this card is always treated as an elemental hero card, which means you can actually Protection of the Elements on this, and guess what? This guy is once per turn, soft once per turn. So I think when you banish it and it comes back during the end phase, you can negate again if you need to. So that's actually quite interesting. Okay, Phoenix comes back. They can't activate spells. They tribute over it. Fusion Destiny, baby. Okay, this is, he thinks he can resolve the Fusion Destiny. No, nice try, sir. Get negated. Pop this. I only popped this so I can show you that even if he has something else here, like Hero Lives, You can protection of the elements, baby. Negate. Nice try, buddy. Okay, and then the contrast hero is going to come back during the end phase. So that's actually quite crazy. This was really, really good. I'll show you another replay here. Contrast hero chaos 2. Okay, so again, so this time, as you can see, we actually don't have end shuffle and we don't have emergency call. So how are we going to go into it? I'll show you right here. Okay, we're gonna grab the Blazeman. We're gonna normal summon the Blazeman. So this is very important. You need to have your normal summon so you can go into Blazeman. If you don't have your normal summon, that's also completely fine if you have end shuffle, because end shuffle is going to you're gonna summon the Stratos first, or if you open the Blazeman and the end shuffle, you can normal summon Blazeman. Search for the polymerization, and then you can end shuffle the Blazeman into the Stratos to add a Ferris or a discard for the Ferris. So end shuffle is actually really, really good in this deck. Okay, now we just go Vision Hero full combo. Go into Vion, grab the second poly. In some situations, even if you open the Vion, you can normal summon Vion, grab polymerization, and then you can go into Crusader if you can send the malicious. And if you have Denier as well, you have Foolish Burial or something. And then you can add Ferris and go full combo again to grab double poly. So that's also something you can do, because keep in mind, Vion, soft once per turn on the add. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys why you shouldn't go into the Infernal Divisor first. Okay, we went into Infernal first instead of the Crusader, so you can see how awkward it's going to be trying to summon the Crusader here. Okay, we are just going to add Miracle Fusion. Okay, we're going to summon the cross guy right under him. It's quite awkward because we had to go poly first. It does work, by the way. I never said it doesn't work. I just said it's kind of awkward. Okay, and then you have to do this, blah, blah, blah. Pop, summon the Shadow Mist, grab Mask Change. Again, same thing. Now you go into the Wonder Driver using these two, and now you can go into the Dark Claw. Yeah, so we have a Denier as well. Now we recycle the Mask Change. We have double Mask Change and Favorite Contact and Book of Eclipse. Okay, let's see how the opponent's gonna do it. Okay, so he activates Book of Eclipse. Very, very important. Okay, I know this is a meta card, so you need to know how to play around this. You have to activate Mask Change here. Because if he flips down all your monsters, you're not going to be able to Mask Change, which means we can't activate the Favorite Contact to go into Contrast Hero Chaos. Obviously, you could go. You have Neos here. I think we do. Yes, we could go into the Shining Neos Wingman if you want to. The Shining Neos Wingman is a light monster though. So if you had a dark monster here, I would probably save the Mask Change. I don't think going into Mask Change right away here would be the right play, because you can still go into Dark Claw by getting rid of a Cross Crusader or Infernal Divisor if you had that. But since we don't, you should probably activate this in response to the Book of Eclipse. Okay, so the reason we did this is because now you can still activate Favorite Contact to go into the Contrast Hero Chaos. You don't need to have them face up to do that, because it's a fusion, obviously. See? So when you activate the Favorite Contact, what it's going to do is it's going to reveal the two monsters that you're going to be using. And then can shuffle them back, and boom, you have the Contrast Hero Chaos on the field. So how are we going to play here? We're going to recycle the Miracle Fusion for next turn. He's going to activate Fusion Destiny, negate, baby. Nice try. No Fusion Destinies here. Get that out of here. Okay, activates the increase. Increase can be a bit of a problem, and then you can just play from there. Obviously, we did get hit with a Book of Eclipse. That does hurt. He goes into Trinity thinking he can win. Nice try, buddy. Book of Eclipse, flip everything face down. Also, by the way, just to make this clear, but this is actually me playing against myself. Okay, this is not online or anything. I'm just showing off the combo here. And I wouldn't. I could probably take this online, and I think it would do very well. I'm probably gonna do that after. Okay, again, emergency call is gonna be very good here, especially with the hero lives grabbing the Blazeman. Same combos, but this time the only difference is we already have mask change. So what are we gonna do if you already have mask change and protection of the elements? So we don't need to go into Spirit of Neos. We don't need to go into another Shadow Mist to grab the second mask change, and we don't need another polymerization because we already have our normal summon. So we have everything we need already. So what are we gonna do here? Again, same combos. Notice this time I went Crusader first and then the Infernal Device. You can see how much easier it is now. It's not awkward trying to play around it. You can just link this off at any time into the Wonder Driver. We already got the search for Dark Angel. And boom, Denier, Shuffle back. Yep, and then we can go into the Phoenix Enforcer here. Wake up your Elemental Hero, pop it. And now, so I did go for another Shadow Mist. So we can grab another mask change. I'm gonna use this right away, and we're gonna recycle the Miracle Fusion. We do not need to recycle another mask change. If we recycle another mask change here, we're gonna have a dead card. We only played double Darklaw and one Blast. We don't have a target for Blast here, so it's best if we recycle Miracle Fusion. By the way, in this deck, the only targets for Miracle Fusion are Absolute Zero and Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, and of course the Shining Neos Wingman, which means that you probably do not want to be banishing. Where is it? Neos, where are you at? Neos. You do not want to be banishing the Neos, and if you have the Sunrise in the graveyard, maybe use it for polymerization to go into DPE. Probably keep the Infernal Rage in the graveyard. So then you can Miracle Fusion into the Shining Neos Wingman. Okay, this is quite important here. Even if you can't do that, in most cases, actually you probably won't. You would have to banish this to go into Wake Up, which is absolutely fine. Why? Because when you go into Protection of the Element, when you go into Favorite Contact, Wake Up Your, Contrast Hero Chaos, he's an Elemental Hero card, my friend. Which means that you can banish it with the Miracle Fusion for Wake Up, if you play double Wake Up. So that's actually very good. But banishing this, obviously, is, well, try not to if you can. So you can go into Shining Neos Wingman as well with the Miracle Fusion. Okay, we're gonna Dark Angel this fool, and we have double Darklaw. I did link these two off to go into this guy, so we can use it for mask change. Again, not the best, not very ideal, but I think it's fine because there is no way he's beating the Contrast Hero Chaos with Protection of the Elements, double Darklaw, Phoenix Enforcer, and Dark Angel. There is absolutely no way he's beating this. Okay, he tries to swing here. He does the right play. We go mask change into the Darklaw. This is why I got rid of the Wonder Driver. If I hadn't done that, then I would have probably had to waste my Phoenix Enforcer's effect. So I guess we're sacrificing one thing for another. Tributes over it, summons Ferris. Very interesting. Okay, double Darklaw. Watch this. This is actually awesome. So you double Darklaw banish because he Book of Eclipses here. He wants to flip everything face down. He does have increase in his spell and trap zone, so we activate Phoenix, popping his increase. If he can't do anything here. If he activates increase, tributing, he's gonna summon the increase, and on summon he's gonna get popped, so he's not gonna get the effect. And he just wasted a tribute. Obviously, this would be a good play though if he has Hero Lives, which he does. So this is probably what he should have done. So we do pop his increase here. He flips everything face down. No problem. We already activated the Darklaws. We're gonna get double banish. And after you do this, immediately toggle on, activate Favorite Contact. We made the most out of the Darklaws and Phoenix Enforcer. Now we're gonna get rid of the Darklaws, Contrast Hero Chaos, baby. And guess what? This makes our Protection of the Elements live. We now have double. We have Omni Negate and Spell and Trap Negate. Spell speed 3, by the way. So how are you going to beat this, my friend? Activates Hero Lives, nice try. Negate. If he has Fusion Destiny, Protection of the Elements, negate. So he can't do anything here. And Phoenix Enforcer, now we just swing, and this fool is just absolutely destroyed. So I think this deck is actually pretty good. It's 47 cards. We're playing double Crosskeeper. The reason we're playing Crosskeeper is you get so much value out of the Crosskeeper. Not only do you get to draw, which means you have a higher chance of drawing into your end shuffles and mask change, and even Protection of the Elements if you can't search it. So you're just getting a lot of value out of Crosskeeper, in addition to being able to summon the Shadow Mist. So if you can summon the Shadow Mist, you can save the Wake Up effect for Spirit of Neos to grab the Protection of the Elements. But the main reason I'm running this is obviously to summon the Blazeman and the Stratos. Because what you would do is you would activate Crosskeeper, summoning Stratos, and then you'd get the search for Blazeman, and then you'd normal summon the Blazeman. Well, assuming you have the Ferris. If not, you'd obviously grab Ferris, and then you can go into Cross Crusader and grab the Blazeman for the normal summon. Stratos only at 2, by the way. I'm not playing 3. You'd think I'd be playing 3 since I'm playing Crosskeeper, but because we're running End Shuffle, we can shuffle them back. So there's not really a reason to play 3, in my opinion. Shadow Mist always at 2. This is all standard right here. Please don't cut Ferris. Ferris at 3, okay? If you play any less than 3, you're a fool, okay? Always keep Ferris at 3. We're playing 1 increase this time. And the reason we're playing 1 increase, I already talked about this in the guide videos, because we're playing Crosskeeper. We have Fusion Destiny. We have End Shuffle. We have Blazeman. There is no reason why we should play 2 increase and brick ourselves. Even if we draw this, it's not really that big of a brick. We're also playing double Poly and Emergency Call. There's no reason to play double, okay? And Blazeman. This guy is actually really, really good for this deck. In other decks, he's also pretty good. I do think Blazeman is a card that should probably be more, I guess, meta. Well, for heroes at least. It should be played in competitive decks more often. It's actually way better than I initially thought it would be. Even though it only searches 1 Poly, this is all we need. We just need double Poly and Blazeman. So many interruptions, man. We had double Darklaw, Phoenix Enforcer, Dark Angel. We had even choices to go into Shining Neos Wingman or the Contrast Hero Chaos. Both of them would turn on the Protection of the Elements. This is an Omni Negate. These are pops, depending on what you're playing against. Insane. It's insane. You go into Shining Neos Wingman for trap decks, pop their entire back row. For other decks, you go into Contrast Hero Chaos, Negate. Especially, by the way, this means that we cannot get evenly matched anymore. Even if the opponent has double evenly matched, we do not lose to that anymore. Negate, and then your Protection of the Elements, negate again. So I think it's absolutely amazing. Also, by the way, if you went into Blast and Darklaw, you used these 2 as material with the favorite contact to go into... Actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what you use to go into the Contrast Hero Chaos, because the favorite contact does shuffle them back, which means you'll still have double Darklaw in your deck. If you have triple Mask Change, you can use Mask Change on this guy, because this guy is dark. He's light and dark. So you can Mask Change this guy into Darklaw if you have triple Mask Change, which I think with this deck is, well, you can do it. If you start with a Mask Change, you can get triple Mask Change. So this is very interesting, assuming you don't banish it with the Protection of the Elements, of course. Very, very, very interesting deck here. And obviously this is standard. You have to be playing double Poly. E-Call, I've seen a lot of value in E-Call recently, especially in this deck. And the reason for this is to grab Blazeman. It's mainly Blazeman. You're only really grabbing Stratos and Blazeman with this, and if you have I guess both, then you can grab the Liquid Soldier, saving you a search, which means that with the Cross Crusader, you can just grab the Denier. So the reason actually for playing Emergency Call is so you can save your Shadow Mist search. Because usually, what are you searching with Shadow Mist when you send it to the graveyard? Probably Liquid Soldier or the Denier. So if we can already get this, then we can save this for the summon for Mask Change. Hero Lives, of course, and Shuffle. This guy, this card is actually pretty important in this deck. And I haven't seen anyone actually play End Shuffle. I think a lot of people shit on this card. It's better than you think, especially with Ecall. Because this makes it more consistent. Sorry, let me just tell you why End Shuffle is bad in the first place. Because people kind of brick. For example, they start off with no elemental heroes. And maybe Fusion Destinies and Vision Heroes. They don't have actual elemental heroes, usually, or if they break, to use End Shuffle on. So sometimes End Shuffle is a very big break. With Ecall, this makes it way more consistent. So if you're playing Ecall, you should probably play End Shuffle as well. That way, if your Stratos gets negated, you don't actually lose if you don't have Ferris or Fusion Destiny. You can End Shuffle it and go into the Spirit of Neos, grab Polymerization, and then you can fuse and continue playing. Or if you get negated on Blazeman, for example, you can go into Stratos. If you, even if this gets negated, you can normal summon Shadow Mist, activate this, go to another Stratos, and grab the Ferris. So End Shuffle is very good. You can also get a additional +1 with it. So that's pretty cool as well. Mask Change has to be a 3, and yeah, nothing much to talk about here either. And extra deck are pretty standard, I think, with the addition of the Contrast Hero Chaos. So I hope this was very helpful, and you got to see how crazy this deck actually is. And I'll probably post another video taking this deck online and showing you how it does. I might, depending on the meta, I haven't played in quite a bit actually. I might like tweak this deck just a bit, like add different hand. I might add triple tactics tasking. I think it's always good, and I'll probably just add a side deck. Other than that, I think this deck looks very good. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you another time. Peace.